Today might upset a few people. Might make you feel, well, a little bit uncomfortable. Might trigger you a little bit. But that's all right. It comes with the concept that, well, we need to face the things that are holding us back. We need to go into the places that are denying us the growth and the results that we want. Until you can hold up a mirror to yourself and truly admit where there are issues, where there are errors in your coding, where problems are arising from, nothing's going to change. It's the one I like, and I think it to myself quite frequently, is, well, nothing changes if nothing changes. If you're continuing to do the same thing, but you're focused on all the areas that you want to improve on, all the things that should get better, need to get better, must get better, but nothing changes, well then, nothing changes. Nothing in your life is going to get better for as long as you're doing the same things. And too many people are stuck in this phase. They're stuck in this notion of, well, where they already are, but nothing changes if nothing changes. And part of that is, well, because your motivation is bullshit. Motivation doesn't matter. Motivation means fucking nothing. What matters is discipline. Because motivation will ebb and flow like the tide. It'll be here one minute, it'll be out at sea the next. And you can't rely on motivation to get shit done. You can't rely on motivation to do the work. Because, let's be realistic here, life is going to throw curveballs at you. It's going to throw things at you, and it's going to derail you. Maybe you didn't sleep well. Maybe, you're stressed out of your mind. Maybe something went wrong today. Motivation is going to take a nosedive, especially if we're talking things on like sleep and energy levels. I can tell you that as a parent, and if you're a parent, you know that better than anyone. When sleep goes to shit, your motivation is, it's non-existent. Not only did it take a nosedive, it hit the ground and blew up, and there is nothing left. Because you can't rely on it. Because exhaustion, tired, all that kind of stuff will completely change how you respond to it. And it's why we cannot rely on motivation. We have to rely on discipline. We have to rely on being a man of our word. Because this is where the breakthroughs come from. This is where the greatness comes from. This is where you actually achieve things beyond what most people are capable of. Because you show up differently. You show up as a different man. Discipline is everything. Being a man of your word is everything. They're hand in hand. If you have that, you're unstoppable. There's nothing you can't do because you show up regardless of your feelings. You show up no matter what's going on in the world. You show up even when everything's against you. And the more you build that skill, the more you build the discipline and being a man of your word, the better everything in your life will be. Because, well, you've got massive follow-through. You have the ability to just continue to show up no matter what. That is a gift that cannot be replicated. And it's one I suggest you learn to pass on to your children. Because if they learn that when they're young, they learn that when they're children, when they're kids, when it's developing into who their personality is going to be, you are going to set them up for a life of success. You are going to set them up to separate themselves from all the mediocrity that is this world at the moment. The participation trophies and everything like that. If you teach them that discipline overrides everything, they will win at life. And I get people and they're like, oh, but discipline's really restrictive. You know, it holds me back. No, discipline is freedom. And you've got to wrap your head around this. Discipline is freedom. And the reason it's freedom is because it removes the choices. It removes fatigue due to trying to work out what's best, trying to make a decision, trying to rely on willpower and motivation to get you across the line, to do things that you know will make a difference for you, you know will improve your life, you know will enhance every aspect, but are difficult to do, that aren't fun to do, that aren't an instant gratification moment. But those are the things that matter. We've been so conditioned now to choose comfort, to choose ease, to choose gentle. Rather, we need to choose what matters most, what is necessary, what is required, what needs to be done. And this is where we need to get to. And that's why you need to become a man of your word. It's why you need to become a man with a zero choice mentality that goes, I've said it, it is now done. End of story. No questions asked. No, I could do it tomorrow, maybe later. No. You said it was getting done, therefore it is getting done. There is power in that. There is greatness in that. And even if it's just in your small microcosm of a world, it'll change everything. It'll change how people respond to you. It'll change how your wife and children look at you. It'll change how they grow up and how they view the world. A man of his word is an unstoppable man. And this is where you need to get to. You need to build discipline over everything else. You need to build that skill. And yes, it is a skill. It is not something that we are born with. It's not something that is bestowed upon some people. It is not something that they are blessed with. It is a skill that you chose to develop. It is a skill that you choose to develop greatly every single day. All the people that you look up to, all the people that you admire, it's not like they got successful and then they were like, you know what I want to do? Get more disciplined. No, they had discipline to begin with. They had this zero choice mentality of this is what is required, therefore it is getting done. And that's what you need to get to. And that's what you need to build into your life. And that's exactly what demanding greatness is. It is teaching you the skill of being a man of your word. Because those tasks are designed to teach you that day in, day out. No questions asked. It's why it's every single day. It's why there are no days off. That's why there is no excuses. That's why there is no exception. Because it's teaching you the ability to have discipline. It's teaching you the ability to just do it. No matter what. To teach you yourself to say, fuck your feelings and do the work that's required. Fuck motivation. Fuck what's gone on. Just do the work. And that's what this is teaching you. And that's why we do it every single day. It's also why it's structured the way it is. Now, that weighted walk, amongst other things that it teaches you, mental toughness, overriding the pain, digging deep, having negotiations with yourself, all those kinds of things. We discussed it the other day. Yeah, it teaches you that. But it's also got to be done outside. Because the weather doesn't give two flying bucks about how you feel. It doesn't care what your comfort level is. It is what it is, and you're showing up to deliver what needs to be done. It's that simple. Then you need to show up and do what's required. Do what you said you would, no matter the conditions. And it teaches you really damn quickly the ability to do that. Like, I don't know if you can see it today, but it is cold as balls today. It is 5 degrees, and apparently with wind chill factor, it's -1. It is windy as fuck, and they keep predicting snow. That walk needs to get done. There isn't a negotiation. There isn't a, oh, well, I'll just do it tomorrow. No, it's getting done because I said it was getting done. That's what it's about. That's the skill that will be delivered onto you. That is the thing that will transform your life. That you look at the conditions and go, I don't care. I said I was doing it. That's what's going to separate you. That's what's going to make a difference for you. That's what's going to deliver, well, unquantifiable levels of success. Because, yeah, it's fitness, it's exercise, it's all those kinds of things. And we've spoken before about how great a weighted walk or rucking or whatever you want to term it is. It's phenomenal. But it's what it does here. It's what it does for the mentality that makes it truly amazing. It's who you become by doing that every single day. It's who you become by overriding this. That when you learn that motivation is bullshit, well, that's when everything else changes. The only use for motivation is to make that initial commitment, that first moment where you go, I am in. That's the only time you should rely, well, not even rely on it, but that's the only time motivation is actually truly useful. Every other time, you need to rely on discipline. You need to rely on the fact that you are a disciplined man, that you have made a decision, therefore it's done. That's how it should be. That, you know, I said I was going to do this, therefore you are now doing it. You made a decision, whether it was out loud or in your mind or to someone else. Once it has been said, it is done. And if you can develop the skill to do that over and over and over again, as I said, it'll change your life. But demanding greatness isn't just the fitness. The fitness, the physique, getting into great shape, all those kinds of things are really nice byproducts. Don't get me wrong, it's fucking great to be strong, fit, healthy, to look good naked, all those kinds of things. Really fucking nice. I much prefer it to being, you know, man tits, stomach hanging over my pants, disgusted by the man in the mirror, unable to play with my children properly, worried that I was going to die, all of those things. I would take being strong, fit, and healthy any day of the week over that shit. But the real power, the real success is who you become to reach that. Who you become as a man by committing to this work. By deciding to go all in. By following through every single day. It changes how you view the world. It changes how the world views you. It changes how you show up in situations. And that's the true gift. That's the true life-changing thing. You know, dropping some weight short term is relatively easy. You know, it's why there are so many 30, 60, 90-day programs that you can do. Because getting into a bit of shape is actually quite simple if you follow the plan. If you actually follow through and you use, you know, willpower and muscle your way through. But fundamentally changing who you are as a man, fundamentally changing how you show up in this world, that's a different game. That's a different kettle of fish. That's one that will have long-lasting, world-altering effects for you. And not just for you. For you, your wife, your children, your friends and family, for those you serve, for all those in between. It will change everything for you. And that's the one you want to do. That's the one you need to do it for. As I said, six-pack, feeling good, not going to die of a heart attack at a nice young age. They're really lovely benefits. But the real thing, the real change is how you show up in this world. That's the thing that's going to impact you for the next 20, 30 years, for the rest of your life. If you truly adjust who you are, if you truly change the psychology, and it's not motivation, but it becomes, I am a fit, strong, healthy man. I am a man of my word. I have a zero choice mentality. If I say I'm doing it, it is getting done. When you show up like that, the world is different for you. And that's what we're truly talking about. And it's not easy. It's going to be uncomfortable as fuck. And I'm going to hold your feet to the fire. And I'm going to hold you to the standards that you set. And we are going to ensure that you show up as a different man. But it'll be the greatest decision you have ever made in your entire life. That I can promise you. So if you're ready to stop sitting on the sidelines, to stop hating the man in the mirror, but worse, hating the man you are inside, now is your moment. Let's join Demanding Greatness. Simply click the link in my bio and let's make it a reality, because you deserve it and your family deserves it. And it's time to make some different choices. And I cannot wait to see you there.